Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Figure It Out. In today's episode, we're going to cover and talk about how people who succeed their family business are perceived in the society and how they strive to actually make a identity of their own. And for that, I have Vedant today. Hi Vedant, welcome to Figure It Out.
Hello, Sach.
So lovely location. Thank you for arranging this. So for people listening, we're in one of a kind lifestyles office today, and the owner was kind enough to let us use their location for this podcast. Moving on, Vedant, tell us about you, like how your journey has been, your upbringing, life, family life, everything.
Okay. Life started early.
Yeah, and zero.
In 1996. Dad had a funny thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take it. Went to school, did my engineering. Dad said which engineering to do. Came out of engineering, joined the family business. Father assumed that electrical engineer है तो electrical engineering आती होगी.
But if genes pass हुए रहेंगे.
नहीं, मतलब उनको लगता है स्कूल गया तो पढ़ाया होगा स्कूल में. But what people don't understand about Mumbai University specifically is that तुम कॉलेज जाते हो बट तुमको पढ़ाया नहीं जाता है, तुमको डिग्री दी जाती है. It's a degree manufacturing institution.
I think that's a very nice thing. I used to actually I've seen it. अपने मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी में इतना outdated syllabus है कि people actually want to go abroad and study, because of which you are also going abroad.
No, it's not about that, right? Study it here, study it outside is not the point. The curriculum, after 4 years of working, I've realized is that it has to be industry specific.
Correct.
तुम स्कूल तक एक फाउंडेशन के लिए पढ़ते हो कि तुमको थियोरेटिकली चीजें एक पेपर पे लिखने आनी चाहिए.
Absolutely.
But the concept of a 4-year college should be to acquire skills that will help you thrive in the real world.
Absolutely.
First-hand experience. First 2 years of my life, also the reason why my dad had to pay for therapy, is my engineering experience, because
that bad.
The first, I'm not joking here, first 2 years of my life went into telling my father कि yes, it's a degree, but they didn't teach us anything that was required.
पैसा क्यों भरा मैंने?
And he couldn't believe it that ये possible है. तूने 4 साल कॉलेज गया,
ऐसा भी होता है क्या?
कॉलेज में टीचर होता है, करते क्या है? But see, my experience in engineering college is also more different than most kids, because GS था कॉलेज का, तो engineering college में गया था, but event management सीख के बाहर आया था.
Like how does that happen?
So I'll tell you how that happened. कॉलेज गया, उन्होंने पहले बोला कि यहाँ अटेंडेंस का कोई सीन ही नहीं है. And at that point, most engineering colleges were very strict about their attendance. They had 80% or above.
90 भी मैंने सुना है.
Yeah, NMIS were very very strict. And अथर्व गया, मैं देखा यार भाई कोई जा ही नहीं रहा है क्लास. मतलब जाते थे कुछ बच्चे, बट कुछ बच्चे स्पेसिफिकली नहीं जाते थे. तो जुगाड़ था स्टूडेंट काउंसिल.
लेटर मिल जाता था कि
एग्जैक्टली. एंड पहले सेमेस्टर में तुमको पता चल जाता है कि भाई टीचर तो यहाँ बुक पढ़ने आ रहा है, वो सिखाने तो नहीं आ रहा है. ठीक है, मतलब इट्स absolute mechanical reading of what's written on a paper. They don't care if you comprehend it. ठीक है, मैंने पढ़ लिया, तेरे को समझा या नहीं समझा, as a teacher मेरे को फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
Right. So they don't care. Absolutely, they don't care.
But ये concept में digest
Some
नहीं
do.
करता है.
I mean, teachers listening, like some of you guys do. You know who you are.
And they are absolute geniuses, because उन्हीं लोगों को teachers बनना चाहिए. ठीक है, अपने इधर teachers नहीं होते, अपने इधर job vacancies होती है.
True.
And that is a huge flaw. And उसके लिए हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते directly as students. तो what I realized was यहाँ तो event management हो रहा है. First year में जाओ, art decor committee में गया मैं.
You won't believe even I was in the art and decor committee of my college.
So I used to sketch. I used to love sketching. But I lost the time to do that religiously. I did that in the lockdown. Was the last bout. Cut to engineering खत्म हुआ. पापा को जाके मिला. पापा ने बोला देखो ये धंधे में करना पड़ता है. And he's doing stuff on his laptop. I could not read only. And today, after 5 years, I know my job description is very simple. I distribute power in a building. Government एक point तक तुमको बिजली लाके देती है. उस point से
so the last mile is basically what you cover.
Correct. But 4 साल के इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग में किसी बच्चे को प्रॉपरली ये नहीं सिखाया कि वहां से यहाँ तक बिजली प्रॉपरली कैसे लाई जाती है.
क्या सिखाते क्या?
वो मोटर कैसे चलता है, 4 टाइप के मोटर, हाउ डज एन इंडक्शन मोटर स्टार्ट, इज नॉट द आंसर. ठीक है, इट्स नॉट द राइट आंसर. the machines 1 2 3 and basically logic it ends back to that only कि it's not industry specific.
Right.
बाहर उस चीज की रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं है जो तुम सीख रहे हो. तो एज स्टूडेंट्स मतलब मेरे स्टूडेंट लाइफ का मेरा एक्सपीरियंस यही है, जो भी डिग्री के लिए तुमने एनरोल किया है उस डिग्री का एप्लीकेशन किधर है ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है. I think where I use this.
I think that's what you realize it after you completed or like midway through you realize कि बस ये
No,
मतलब
bro,
नहीं.
it was after 2 years and then therapy is when I realized कि this is the full picture of it. ठीक है? It does not come easy to most. I'm telling you.
No, I mean let's get back. I mean we spoke a lot about, we bashed up the education system right now, right?
But it
let's get back to the the actual thing. Like how did how was it growing up? Knowing that you have your family life, the business and everything. Like what did you think? Like do you have to were you told कि बस पापा ने बोल दिया था कि बस तेरे को business join करना है अभी सीख ले, या फिर you were given that liberty to choose what you want to do, and like how did that happen?
मेरे डैड का ब्रीफ बहुत सिंपल था. बिजनेस ज्वाइन करना है was the only way out of campus placement. ठीक है, बिजनेस ज्वाइन करना है was key, but he was always clear about his business is his baby.
Right.
He has built it from nothing to whatever it is today, and all in 25 years of period, my entire lifetime. So he was very clear, you will only get to run it, which I don't get to run it even today, only if I'm competent.
Right.
Competence घर पे establish करना is the biggest challenge, because when you work a 9 to 5,
your boss is at home.
exactly that thing, because in a 9 to 5 boss सिर्फ 9 to 5 में मिलता है और बाकी टाइम WhatsApp ग्रुप पे मिलता है.
अभी कैसा रहता है कि जब तुम नॉर्मल जॉब में हो तो तुम्हारे बॉस तुमको सिर्फ वर्क लाइफ देखते हैं. अगर तुम्हारा फादर ही तुम्हारा बॉस है तो तुमको तुम्हारा पर्सनल लाइफ, तुम्हारा हैबिट्स वगैरह सब देखते हैं, एंड यू आर जज्ड ऑन ओवरऑल बेसिस रादर देन जस्ट वन एस्पेक्ट.
तू कितने बजे उठ रहा है वहां से शुरू होती है. ठीक है बात. अगर तुम्हारा स्लीप शेड्यूल सिंक में नहीं है तो तू कुछ गलत कर रहा है. दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम. Yeah, but dad is very cool. My dad is probably the coolest person. I call him my best friend because
that's how it should be, right?
I have a very unfiltered approach with him, right?
Was it always like this? Was it always?
Yeah. मेरे मुंहफट होने का सबसे बड़ा रीजन है the freedom my dad has given me to say stuff at home. It's a very chill house where you can think it and you can say it without judgment. Of course, there will be third feedback that comes, but there will be no judgment.
Right.
They always have analyzed it कि हमारा बच्चा कुछ बोल रहा है, ठीक है, let's think about it.
That's an ideal way for environment for a child to grow into, right? But I think coming back to पापा ने बोला campus placement से
फिर business join किया.
So how did you decide you wanted to run it? Like a lot of people that I know who are having a family business or have a legacy work environment, they have this thing कि नहीं मेरे को अपना कुछ करना है. So did you have that, or did you feel like you felt like नहीं घर का है, why don't I take it forward?
I'll be honest, I was not very driven about business when I started. It got better when I joined my MBA course.
Okay.
That's when as engineers we're never taught these intangible values, right? अपने को सिर्फ सिखाया जाता है कि ये पैकेज है, ये जॉब करो, इतना पैकेज मिलता है, and electrical being a core industry, पैकेजेस आते नहीं थे. So and our business is we design distribution networks. कोई भी अगर infrastructure, mall, school, college बन रहा है उसके अंदर power distribute हम करते थे.
Right.
तो after that MBA के बाद एक बहुत core चीज सीखी थी, value creation.
Right.
जो भी तुम करते हो सामने वाला तुमको पैसा तब देगा जब तुम एक्चुअली उसका कोई प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहे हो.
इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं ना सबको, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू दैट यू ब्रिंगिंग ऑन टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, लाइक व्हाट इज इट दैट यू ब्रिंग ऑन.
MBA एक्सपीरियंस फॉर मी वाज यूनिक. मैं तेरे को बोलता हूं क्यों. हम लोग ने FMB किया था, फैमिली मैनेज बिजनेसेस, फ्रॉम SPJ. सो वी वर विद 119 अदर बिजनेस ओनर्स. तो मेरे क्लास में जो बच्चे थे सब ऑलरेडी सेकंड जनरेशन या थर्ड जनरेशन थे. हमारा एक प्रोफेसर आया एंड कॉलेज में पहले महीने में बच्चे लिख के आए कार्ड पे डायरेक्टर. ठीक है, ऑलरेडी डायरेक्टर, तुम 24 साल 25 साल के हो और तुम्हारे कार्ड पे डायरेक्टर लिखा है तो ऑफ कोर्स एक चौड़ अलग होती है तुम्हारी. वो आया क्लास में, he said, our professor, one of the coolest person, he said whatever is written there, no, cut it and write problem solver there. Because unless your job description is as a problem solver, you are not going to create value for anybody else.
Absolutely.
And कोई तुमको पैसे नहीं देगा. कैसा है कि लोगों को लगता है कि अगर तू मुझे कुछ चीज 100 रुपए में दे रहा है तो मैं 99 वाले के पास चला जाऊंगा.
Right.
तू वो 100 रुपए में दे रहा है बट तू 100 रुपए के साथ बहुत ऐसी चीजें मुझे दे रहा होगा जो मेरे लिए इंटेंजिबल है.
That's called the premium charges, right? Because
Exactly.
people pay for you, not just like the यार मतलब सीमेंट तो वही मिलता है, correct? But सीमेंट में तेरे को कुछ add on अगर कुछ तेरे को benefit मिल रहा है तो you'll pay the premium, right? If you can afford it, right? Right.
मैं तेरे को मैक आलू टिक्की अगर ऐसा 4 पहिए के गाड़ी पे देगा तो तू उसको वड़ा पाव बोलेगा.
Absolutely.
That's the logic, right?
तो जंबो किंग भी बर्गर पे आ गया है, वड़ा पाव भी समझ गया है.
Exactly.
I was surprised the other day. I went into the metro and I was like, अरे जंबो किंग दिख रहा है, बहुत टाइम से खाया नहीं, जाके देखा तो बर्गर मिल रहा है, तो बोला वड़ा पाव किधर गया?
Perception drives the market.
I know, right? Like उसने भी वड़ा पाव छोड़ दिया आजकल. But anyway, so okay, like you were not too driven with the idea of being into it. So how did you decide?
But MBA के बाद, like when you learn these intangible concepts, ना कि तुम soft skill से actual एक technical job में बहुत impact कर सकते हो.
Correct.
Then I started looking at my business very differently.
Right.
I started looking at कि what are my clients' requirements.
Right.
मेरे stakeholders कौन है, जो मुझे सामान दे रहा है और मैं जिनके जहाँ सामान लगा रहा हूँ, उन दोनों का इसमें स्वार्थ क्या है, what is their actual want out of this.
You try and find out that like why is he doing this? उसको क्या leverage मिल रहा है, उसको क्या फायदा मिल रहा है. You start thinking it of it in a different way when you
connect with them more on a human level, right?
Absolutely.
It's not a phone call anymore that you are making. अच्छा ठीक है इतने में दे रहे हो, अच्छा ठीक है इतने में मैं बेच रहा हूँ. It's a very mechanical transaction otherwise in business. But the minute you start understanding कि what is his reason to do what he is doing.
Absolutely.
And what are his benefits out of it, you start working for those benefits. Absolutely. You create an environment where he understands कि ये ठीक है, ये बंदा है जो मेरे requirement को समझ रहा है.
I think what you mentioned is the right thing. Like you can't do it alone. You need to have a trusted chain of people. People call it logistics in a very fancy way. Supply chain वगैरह जो भी बोलते हैं. You need to have that very sorted, because if you can't trust the people that you work with, I don't think that's gonna happen for you.
And people are very important in process. हम हमेशा बोलते हैं कि सिस्टम खराब है, सिस्टम खराब है. सिस्टम है क्या?
System is people. Exactly. Right.
So without actually making the right people work in the right place with their capabilities, with their understanding of the situation, वो machine कभी properly function नहीं होगा.
How was it like when you ऐसा कुछ incident था क्या, मतलब कि जब पहली बार your father made you sit across the table in a deal or something? How did you feel that time?
हमें डील नहीं होती, हम एजुकेशनली साउंड कंसल्टेंट्स के साथ टेबल पे बैठते हैं एंड पहले साल ठीक है द बेसिक्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग वर कंप्लीटली एब्सेंट एंड देयर वाज दिस कंसल्टेंट हु वाज माय डैड्स फ्रेंड एंड आई वाज डूइंग अ प्रोजेक्ट इन बड़ौदा. आई वाज डूइंग जेकब्स इंजीनियरिंग का ऑफिस एंड उनका एक ट्रांसफार्मर आया था एंड उसके कनेक्शन के टाइम पे कुछ तो कैलकुलेशंस के टाइम प्रॉब्लम था एंड आई probably must have said the most dumbest thing to him. And I could see him get disappointed for my father, कि क्या बच्चा है इसका, पापा ऐसा है और ये ऐसा है. And I took it very personally. And when such a feedback comes, confidence is entirely shattered. मतलब तुमको already पता है कि तुमको आता नहीं है, but you are in a position where you have to fake it.
Yeah.
Because when you are at least,
but after a point of time you can't fake it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can fake it like once or twice, but after that you got to fucking own up.
And you can't succeed faking it. I completely understand. You might get lucky faking it.
Yeah,
but you
can't
succeed.
एक दो बार तुम्हारा हो जाएगा, but you can't succeed in life without
तुम बहुत important था.
फिर वो हुआ उसके बाद what did you do? Like so I understand like a lot of people would actually be like, boss ये मैं नहीं कर सकता, मेरे को नहीं करना है, because obviously this is, as you rightly said, like your father's.
ये every weekend conversation होता था. After every week of work, I used to tell my father this कि अब नहीं हो रहा है.
अब नहीं हो रहा है.
ठीक है, अभी ये समझ में भी नहीं आ रहा है, अभी नहीं करते हैं. But after MBA, when I realized कि ठीक है introspection का बहुत time है, then my entire contribution at work changed, and that
you started looking at things differently.
Yeah, and it fixes your relationship with your boss once your boss realizes कि ये जो employee मेरे ऑफिस में आ रहा है, इसको समझ रहा है मेरी कंपनी में requirement क्या है. तो in my case अगर बॉस के साथ relationship better हो गया तो पापा के साथ directly better हो गया. And yeah, that's about it.
Friday रात को चलो एक drink मारते थोड़ा.
यार drinking is something, वो तो अलग reason से मैंने छोड़ दी थी. Engineering में जितनी पीनी थी सारी पी ली. उसके बाद
रम का साथी रम.
Old monk and diet coke. Oh my god.
Yeah. Cool. So I think we've covered the the business part of things. I think one of the key aspects when you run your own business, when you have money, is the people that come with it, the byproduct of it.
I don't think that's true. When you run a business, you get stress that is all the time. Money is always rolling. Yeah.
स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेस तो कांस्टेंट है यार, तुम बिजनेस नहीं कर रहे हो तो भी चलता रहता है.
दो टाइप के लोग होते हैं. एक बोलता
I
है
even stop looking at my smartwatch telling me यार dude तू अभी स्ट्रेस है, like चुप रहे अभी नहीं.
एग्जैक्टली स्मार्ट वॉच हमको बोलता है स्ट्रेस.
वो यार वो ना अलग एंजाइटी रहता है ना, नोटिफिकेशन आ रहा है, तेरा हार्ट बीट बढ़ गया, तेरे लाइक चुप ना भाई, मेरे को मालूम है इधर.
Purposely moved to analog watches because I was like फोन बता रहा है बस हो
मैं
गया.
तो बोला अच्छा दिखता है थोड़ा हाथ वाथ में ऐसा, इसलिए तो मैं पहनता है, मेरे को और कुछ है भी नहीं. I never wear watches actually.
क्या बात कर रहा है?
Yeah, मैं तो ऐसे ही टाइम पास के लिए पहनता हूँ.
तो good tool to track steps.
I don't even care about it anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like no, genuinely, like humor aside, like definitely even I've been there, like me about me later, but like since we're talking about you, how was the people, like the human aspect when you were progressing, your engineering, like how did, okay, let me put it in a very pointed way. What was the people's first reaction when you told them कि बस मेरा ये family business है, my family background is this?
Job seeking people always think कि business है तो पैसा होता है.
Correct.
But they don't understand the other dynamics that come with that business. Because not every business is running the same way or is getting affected the same way in the market.
Yeah.
तो हर एक market का time होता है, correct? So after that, I was also very clear कि
did you feel like कि boss sometimes you feel like कि यार बताना ही नहीं किसी को family क्या है?
Not really. Like that was my identity, right? So I was never.
You never shy
about it. I was never insecure about it. Ki I should not tell people.
It's not about insecure. I think you just want to filter out the genuine people that you want to be with.
No, yeah, business is one part of it, what people hear. But for me, when I say it's business, it's my father's entire lifetime of hard work that I'm talking
about it. Like, hai to hai, boss,
I'm absolutely proud. Like, when we didn't have a Beamer, so तभी बहुत clear था. Dad and I used to talk about it. We used to fantasize about his dream together, right?
Yeah.
So that was very important.
He manifested it.
He manifested it, and I could see it in front of me growing up. Yeah. So whenever I tell people that it's a business, they think it's given. It's never given. It's work for it.
People don't understand the struggle. People don't understand. People don't know what it takes to be there, right? So I'm sure, like I'll poke it again over there because I still haven't got the answer to it. Let's talk about it. Let me rephrase it. Like, how did you deal with fake people? Just some incidents where you felt like, hey boss, ye sirf mere business ya, there's some ulterior motives, not because they want to be with me, but because of my identity that they want to be with me.
Probably not the right person to say this because I'm very naive, right? मेरा एक life में rule है, I trust everybody for the first time 100%.
I think that's me as well.
But जब वो trust टूटता है ना, then that Vedant is gone. Like then I cannot trust that person no matter how much they try, because तुम intent fake नहीं कर सकते हो. अगर तुम्हारा हार्ड वायरिंग है ना कि तुम किसी को डिसीव कर रहे हो या तुमको कुछ गलत करने का अंदर से आता है, then I can't trust those people. So there have been instances where people have taken money because my father had money, and in those transactions I was very clear कि he's helping you out because he sees he can, and he wants to. He's the kind of person who wants to, and he always wants to if he can. But it's not my money.
Yeah.
So if you are reaching my father because of association with me, then at least have the decency to respect our bond first.
Yeah.
Because तुम्हारे पास वो access कभी नहीं होता अगर ये नहीं होता.
I think I like the thing what you said is okay, you trust the person 100% for the first time. That's me as well. I always say, मेरे को बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि यार क्यों, मतलब how can you trust people so easily? मेरा उसका जवाब ये रहता है कि even if they break my trust, they lose me, I don't lose anything.
Exactly.
I know what value I bring onto the table. If they are just coming with an ulterior motive, it's their loss in the longer picture, not mine.
Yeah, and
I think that's a little narcissist or a little,
no, it should be, because you should be aware of what you are bringing to the table. Right?
Absolutely.
When it's a table, the only thing in your control is what you bring to it.
Absolutely.
What other people are going to do on the table is not in your control.
So I think if you're talking about what you bring onto the table, let's talk about what you are doing apart from your family business. So how did do the damn work? I mean, people are seeing it written over here. Abhi to bol rahe ki kya DTW hai kya? So I think just talk about that for a while. Like what is DTW? How did you come into the picture? What do you do exactly?
Okay, I'll tell you what this is. Originally, it was a video log. This.
Of
I
course,
used to.
Of course, I want the others to know.
Yeah.
Right?
So
I'm gonna pretend dumb over here.
when I used to come to the gym, Nitro was my second or fifth try probably after multiple failures,
Yeah.
trying to get shredded, if that's the right word to go about it. Uh, I said I'd be consistent, and this is when I wanted to achieve a work-life balance.
Right.
So घर पे बहुत clearly बोल दिया था कि I need some time to make gym, a priority in my week.
I think priority is a long term. It's like a part of your life.
Yeah, but priority is the word I would use.
You wanted to make it a priority.
It had to be a priority because growing up I was never a healthy kid, mostly because of my habits. सब्जियां नहीं खाता था मैं कभी भी. Totally, most people don't know this. Till the age of 24, I hadn't eaten a single raw vegetable.
What? I wanted to abuse over here and I had it stop.
Exactly. Yeah, it's funny, but it's true. Most of my friends will agree to this. Subway कभी खाया नहीं. Frankie जब भी खाए तो कांदा नहीं खाया. सिर्फ protein. Primarily I'm a non-vegetarian, so I like non-veg and roti, rice जो भी होता था. That was my only source, and I also had a sweet tooth for chocolate. So 12th के बाद got super fat, 80 kgs, 5'2" back then, and around 38% body fat.
Amazing.
My waist size was 36.
Amazing in the sense like wow, not like amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, so after that, started playing badminton again after school. So lost some weight before engineering. And 68 पे मोटा बच्चा was my physique back then, right? Continued after work, but after work जो भी activity level था वो भी खत्म हो गया. On and off जाके gym में gym bro वाला workout करता था. But nutrition always I wanted to learn because whenever I went to the gym, nobody was teaching me what is required outside the gym.
वो ट्रेनर लोग जो फ्लो ट्रेनर्स होते हैं ना वो बोलते हैं सुबह उठ के ग्लूकॉन डी पी या अंडा खाओ ये खाओ like they never talk about what you particularly need.
Exactly. But in their defense, right, most of these gym trainers are only qualified to teach you training part of it. Nutrition is a science in itself.
Absolutely.
Right? So that was something that I was always curious about. Because for me it's very simple, yeah. How you move, what you eat. And not to mean dirty, but what you put in your mouth every day should at least be in your control, right? And that's the easiest way to put it. When people say, मैं control नहीं कर सकता मैं क्या खा रहा हूँ, nobody is putting something in your hand and then stuffing it in your face.
I think if ये ना मेरे को भी बोलते हैं कि अरे थोड़ा डाइटिंग टिप्स वगैरह. मैं बोला बॉस सबसे पहले बेसिक्स कर, बाहर का खाना बंद कर, फ्राइड फूड बंद कर, उतना कर ले वो ही तेरे लिए बहुत है इस वक्त.
Exactly.
बट वही नहीं होता, नहीं होता लाइक बॉस उतना तो करना पड़ेगा ना तेरे को. वो नहीं करेगा तो बेसिक्स ही नहीं कर सकते. देन हाउ कैन यू प्रोग्रेस टू द सेकंड लेवल?
अरे यार मतलब वही है ना, there are steps to where you want to go.
Correct.
And without understanding how those steps are, structured, तुम क्या करोगे?
Yeah. So you started because okay, एक था कि भाई मेरे को मेरा perception change करना है, 80 किलो से 38 body fat से कम करना है, because I am pretty sure that at that point of time you didn't want to be like hey boss मेरे को I am going to preach about fitness.
No.
So
March 2021, you can plug a picture here, I'll give you that picture, was when I knew enough about nutrition, I was just not applying any of it. So when I was enough of bullshit, why it is called do the damn work is because I decided I will do the work. Okay, this is something that I used to say for a while on my private page, but my friend said, we can't see you half naked anymore on our pages, so make a different page for it. And it also gave me...
I know that feeling.
But it's fine. I mean, I do it for myself.
Yeah,
and
exactly, I do it for myself. Absolutely.
I think मेरा story सबसे ज़्यादा मैं देखता हूँ.
Maybe.
Exactly.
I stopped bothering about the number of likes, comments. Like मेरे को बोलते कि तेरा तो बढ़ नहीं रहा है follower, मेरे को घंटा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
मेरा उससे ask accountability है, जो मैं खुद पे
absolutely
exactly. तो accountability के लिए page शुरू किया and I just started going to the gym 5 days a week, play football twice a week. That was it. और literally एक notebook में लिखता था. In the process, decided things were getting better at work, and I realized it was because I was able to, focus outside of work also.
Work-life balance maintain किया.
Ability to attach and detach is very important when you are a working professional.
Yeah.
अगर तुम्हारे पास काम के अलावा कोई लाइफ नहीं है, तो तुम काम के बाद सोचोगे क्या?
It's absolutely so fucking true over here, because if you make your work your whole identity, I think you don't have an identity.
Yeah, your personality is more than that, right?
Absolutely.
And
What
you
is
want
it?
to thrive.
What is it? Who you are? Who are you when you leave your work? I think that's where the actual, person is seen.
Yeah. And ठीक है, I understand the gym is in your face on Instagram all the time if you are even a beginner, right? That's how the algorithm works. But most people don't understand that you have to be a working professional who is into fitness, not a bodybuilder who has a day job.
Absolutely.
ये स्ट्रक्चर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. लोग जाके क्रिस बमस्टेड का डाइट, क्रिस बमस्टेड का ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम फॉलो करते हैं ये समझ के कि वो 30 डेज 90 डेज में वो बॉडी अचीव होने वाली है.
नहीं होता.
बट he's put in an entire lifetime of work into that because that
वो बॉडी होती है उसका, वो used to है वो करने के लिए.
उसका प्रोफेशन है, उसका एसेट है.
Exactly. Like that's what sometimes when people tell me also कि अरे तू इतना टांचा हो गया, तेरा एकदम वो चिजल फिजिक क्यों नहीं है. मैं बोला बॉस मेरे को 10 घंटे काम करना पड़ता है, 2 घंटा ड्राइव करना पड़ता है, फिर ये मैं करता हूं so that I can do all of those things. As you rightly said, like you are a working professional who does fitness to maintain all the other aspects of his life. And I think after a while, this is what I actually told someone yesterday. कि someone was telling me कि मेरे को ऐसे चाहिए. मैं बोला मेरे को results चाहिए, but I'm too lazy to do it. I'm pretty sure she'll be listening to it. So sorry, I'm using you as a reference. But I just told her one thing: like stop bothering about results. Just go out there, do it. That's when the magic happens.
Yeah. Hence, do the damn work.
Yeah.
But work को define करना बहुत जरूरी है. मतलब मेहनत तो गधा भी करता है, but उसको रेस नहीं भगाता.
Exactly. In a very calculative way. You be
know the how behind it. Exactly. Don't say I am spending energy and nothing is happening. It's probably going to frustrate you because you didn't spend that required time to understand where you have to spend your energy.
I think to isko lenge na DTDSW. Do the damn smart work.
Yeah, because it's not hard work that gives you result, especially when you have a busy life.
Yeah.
It's smart work. How you allocate time, right?
Yeah.
वो बहुत क्लीशे है, but सबके पास 24 घंटे होते हैं. It's just how you use those 24 hours.
That's exactly what
makes the difference.
I think that's what I'm telling you, that I find you so relatable.
I give a very dad vibe.
Yeah, like my father also used to tell me कि अंबानी के पास भी 24 घंटा रहता दिन में. Everyone on this earth has 24 hours. It's what you make of them. Those 24 hours is what defines you.
Exactly. But I like to tap on the fact that learning what is required, right? कहाँ effort डालना है वो सीखने के लिए ना एक थोड़ा time लगता है.
Yeah.
That is the planning time.
Yeah.
There is another cliche I'm going to use here. If you are going to chop down a tree, spend more time sharpening your axe.
Yeah.
So that sharpening your axe is your
instead of like 100, you will be like in 10 you will be done.
Exactly. Make a roadmap.
Yeah.
What are you actually going to do, and then hold yourself accountable to that roadmap.
Yeah.
That is what I'll be honest I've been doing since 2021.
So like I like what you said, like holding yourself accountable. You can like people listen, like can you just give like a couple of tips on how you can be accountable for what you're doing?
Accountability is very subjective. I am accountable.
What are you doing to be accountable?
Accountability के लिए multiple tools होते हैं. The tool I use my Instagram as a virtual tool where I upload something and I'm accountable to the audience, in which I am also the audience. I like seeing my uploads go consistently. I see those weeks take off, right?
Yeah.
जब plan किया था तब plan नहीं किया था कि 2 साल consistent रहने वाला हो, 1 साल consistent रहने वाला हो. उसको छोटे-छोटे parts में break किया था, बोला था हर हफ्ते consistent रहने वाला. And March 21 से अब तक एक single week of workout miss नहीं हुआ है. And I have tracked every year 52 weeks week wise, which I still do on my stories.
Yeah.
And I can still tell you because of this habit, in 2022, in week 24 to 26 was the only weeks I missed because I got COVID. So, you get like, you understand कि 52 weeks same नहीं जाते हैं.
Correct.
तो तुम्हारा 52 weeks in terms of gym, in terms of you eating something, consistent नहीं होने वाला है. But accountability एक ऐसा tool है ना जो तुमको उसको structure लाने में, if you go off track, accountability is a tool that's going to bring you back.
Accountability and discipline.
Discipline is a byproduct. ठीक है, accountable रहोगे तो discipline over a period of time आता है.
I think different people have different ways in which they feel they're accountable.
Yeah.
Even I feel like मेरे को भी लोग बोलते हैं तू इतना जिम का डालता है. मैं बोला बॉस मेरे को मैं डालता हूँ ना, अगर मैं दो हफ्ते नहीं डालता तो बोलते हैं तेरा जिम कंटेंट देगा. तो मेरे को भी लगता है कि मैं accountable है पब्लिक के लिए कि I have to put it out there. And there are so many people that I know मेरे को randomly अच्छा लगता है कि लोग है ना मेरे को ऐसे ट्रेडमिल का फोटो भेज रहे हैं. Dude, thanks for inspiring. I feel so good, right? कि I am making some sort of an impact in people's life without even actually pushing them.
Exactly.
right? So that I feel good about, and that also makes me accountable that there's someone out there who's looking at me without even me realizing.
Yeah, and it's true. Like in that process, you realize there are some things you want and there are some things you need.
Yeah.
You want a good body.
Want versus need का तो debate अलग है.
Need में तो सब्जी खाना पड़ेगा. Because I realized मेरे पूरे process में सबसे बड़ा चीज यही था कि my bias for not eating vegetables. So I realized fiber is so important. खाना तो पड़ेगा. So after I started just blindly eating it, I didn't like it at when I started.
Same here. Like I have this like salad bowl lunch में खाना है तो खाना है. But my mom calls me salad boy now. Like वो salad सुबह मेरे लिए बनता है. तो like चाहिए तो चाहिए.
But important tool है.
Exactly.
उसके बिना वो result नहीं आता है. So
absolutely.
Swallowing the hard pill is always important in the long term journey.
Cool. I think we've covered a lot of things. So thank you for your time. Just any parting thoughts that you like to give to anyone listening or watching? Fitness, business, anything, or even combining both.
Fitness is something that I'm exploring on the internet more, not about work as much. So I'll talk about fitness. There are two fads going on. People either want to lose fat or people want to gain muscle.
Yeah.
It is not very complicated. That is my easiest, learning that I've gotten through my certification. Is this कि जो भी तुमको करना है उसको स्ट्रक्चर करो. न्यूट्रिशन डाइट इज नॉट वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स. जो घर पे खाना बनता है उसको पहले समझो, उसमें कार्ब्स क्या है, प्रोटीन क्या है, फैट क्या है, तुम्हारे डेली रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या है, एंड पिक द फूड्स यू लाइक.
करेक्ट.
विदाउट मैं किसी को एवोकाडो टोस्ट खाने बोलूंगा, उसके घर पे एवोकाडो टोस्ट कभी बना नहीं, उसको पसंद नहीं. एवोकाडो टोस्ट इज नॉट द वे टू गो अबाउट इट. इट्स द साइंस बिहाइंड इट. सो उतना बेसिक्स कर लो फॉर फूड. ट्रेनिंग के लिए पिक व्हाटएवर मूवमेंट यू लाइक फर्स्ट to get you into that groove of staying active.
Correct.
It's not the gym that gives you a body, it's your activity levels, and
Correct.
after that you fall in love with the gym when you understand कि it has the potential of making you look aesthetic.
होता है ना कि इधर तक आया और भी जा सकता है, इतने में इतना मिला तो थोड़ा
कितना मिलेगा और जाते हैं,
थोड़ा
एग्जैक्ट. बट ये दो पूरा पिक्चर नहीं है. इसके अलावा स्लीप और स्ट्रेस, हमारा मेंटल हेल्थ, हमारे फिजिकल हेल्थ को.
Stop telling me about my stress.
It's important because if it doesn't tell you, you are not going to make it a task for your day.
No, absolutely.
Exactly. Recover करो, hydrate करो is going to be the key. And ये सब जब मैं points में लिखता हूँ ना, बहुत easy लगता है. अरे खाना ही तो है, अरे जिम ही तो जाना है, अरे पानी पीना, अरे सोना है. But to do it every day while managing your life is very important. And if you can do this, that is the work.
Do the damn work.
Yeah.
And
that's about it.
Anyone who's like, so from the other side of people who are having people as friends.
Wait, I want to add here. We talked about how fake people, but I also want to talk about the best people in my life, right? I always say this.
I was going to come to that.
No,
that is actually my question right now.
Crazy, yeah, because I think it would not be fair if I only talk about my bad experiences with people. I really take pride in how many and how good of friends I have. And they're all very important in my life, right? They are my place to go bounce my randomest jokes off, my thoughts off, my dreams off, and they give me their feedback honestly. They are my friends. They don't have to be feedbacks that I want to hear. But the very fact that I have people who will share their thoughts after listening to me is very, very important, and I think I am very grateful for that. That is very important in life. Perspective हर एक तरीके से आना चाहिए, and in my life I've had the luck of having it from a bunch of women, primarily women. As men, we don't understand that women have crazy perspective to offer because that comes from lack of testosterone. Testosterone हमारा दिमाग खराब कर देता है.
3 elder sisters.
No, but it's true because women are so compassionate about things, So most men, when you go around, because of society, they have a very macho approach to most things. I think my mom, my sister,
women bring a lot of empathy and compassion in your life.
They teach you to be kinder. Is what I've learned. As dudes, we are very macho. I think
even if we are not, we try to be so that we fit into the society. Which we can cover in another podcast.
Another podcast के लिए topic बहुत सही है. World War II history है ना, मेरे लिए बहुत personal है. I love it. ठीक है, the modern World War history.
We'll talk about that sometime.
Exactly, but the history in the world is primarily run by men, and वो तुम women से सीख लो. But while we are on that topic, nutrition for women, you can cut this and plug it in the part before.
No, this is gonna go straight up into this, right?
No, you should. I'll tell you why. Because nutrition for women is not the same as nutrition for men.
Yeah.
Because हमारे कोई menstrual cycle नहीं होते.
Right.
So हमारे 30 दिन same होते हैं.
Yeah.
But for women, they have phases, their menstrual cycles. Not all of them are different, and they have hormonal effects.
Yeah, yeah.
तो उनके different phases होता है. Their bodies have miracle abilities to digest carbs better in certain phases.
Yeah.
And to digest fat better. But yeah, most people don't know, and I think it comes from a taboo of not talking about menstrual health. So as a fitness coach, currently it's my responsibility कि ये conversation बाहर जाना चाहिए.
Yeah.
People should understand that women should really look into how nutrition affects their training, and women should train hard.
Absolutely. No, perfect. Thank you for your time. Lovely chat, and I think as I told you before we started, we can go on and on talking about a lot of things. But I think people don't want to just see two random dudes talking about things.
That's okay.
Yeah, but no, lovely chatting up. We'll have some more podcast episodes if you are in the country in the near future, right? So thank you for tuning in, guys, and hope you enjoyed this podcast. And I keep saying it again and again. Keep subscribing, keep engaging with the content. And since this was a little bit about training and information and nutrition, so Vedant will be more than happy to reply to comments, or if you want, he'll be tagged into the Instagram post. You can enroll with him on his coaching programs. He'll be more than happy to take you up if he has slots available. Yeah, he has slots booked, but if he has, definitely he'll be taking on. Also, I'd like to thank One of a Kind Lifestyle for giving me the location to shoot. He's also a One of a Kind Lifestyle ambassador. So plug in. First time brand plug in into my podcast. I think I'm progressing in life. So till then, take care. Keep figuring it out. Cheers.